really need a haircut. This is too long. I mean, it's starting to fit in there. It's starting to make things worse in here. Okay, so I've had a late lunch. It's 5 p.m. I've had a late lunch, and we're gonna move on with Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Oh, I had wanted to get Leader Class Megs back in the day. The jet version with the icicles, no one gives a shit about that. Um, that's not to say that that version of Megatron wasn't interesting. Just didn't care much. At least the toy offerings at the time weren't that good. Why is this not opening? Come on, work with me. Thank you. But the first tank Megatron was. I like this version. I mean, that aside from the fact that he had a lot more screen time, that was also helpful. So we've been hearing about him for the entire movie. Big screen inspired scale detail backdrop forest fight. Sorry. Megatron holds nothing back to unleash destruction against his ultimate nemesis. You mean the Fallen? So I looked at the Revenge Leader Class figure multiple times, but the biggest problem I had were the legs. Just kind of you kind of split the pelvis in half, and then the legs just fold back, and then you kind of sort of collapse the feet down a little bit, and that's it. And then apparently there were hip thrusters or whatever it is, or there were thigh thrusters, I guess. That was it. And then you kind of take the upper torso, fold it back, and the arms just kind of scrunch together, and then he bends himself in half. And just the problem, one of the problems though, is that the Mech Alive feature, like Mech Alive, was a good feature. Absolutely, it was. I did like it. There were some. I mean, Mech Alive is one of those gimmicks where like you had a wide variety of stuff to pick from. It wasn't the same thing. It wasn't like Cybertron keys or Energon weapons, whatever they were called. It wasn't like our Minicons. It wasn't like that. Mech Alive was a unique feature in each of the Robos, and I really, really enjoyed it. What I'm not enjoying, though, unfortunately, is that really squeaky chair. But in any event, I enjoyed the Mech Alive gimmick. I genuinely, sincerely did. But unfortunately, in Leader Class Megs, his entire torso, with the exception of his pelvis, and maybe like this little part right here, the whole torso was just a block. Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, yeah, he also had a block where all the electronics went, but look at all the stuff that was moving around, and his waist actually splits in half, or he splits at the waist, and then he's got the boob armor that actually gets raised up, and then it folds out farther, and then the arms at the shoulder joints, there's like 3 different joints in there just to transform it. Not even talking about the ratcheting shoulders or anything like that. And then the head had 2 joints on it, and then there was a whole. So there was a lot of stuff happening around that block. Whereas Revenge of the Fallen Megs, it was just his arms, his collarbones, his head, and that was it. So I wanted to have a leader scale version of Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I really, really wanted one, but I just couldn't justify it. And the Voyager class figure just wasn't doing it either. So actually, the Voyager class figure, I don't know what the hell that flying tank mode was, because it was a flying tank. Literally, it was a tank with wings. And also his arm had a. I'll get to the arm thing in a moment here. Oh God! It looks like they did it right finally. Or maybe I already. Oh, he actually has. It's either a mold detail that, or a molding error or something. But I think he's actually got an actual squint or something happening. Just a little. Wow, that paint detail on his mouth is great. I would like a leader class Dark of the Moon Megatron. I would not mind getting one of those. But again, Voyager class just wasn't happening. They decided to sink it into. I mean, they decided to sink their leader class money into Ironhide and Sentinel Prime. Which Sentinel Prime, I can understand that, and leader Ironhide, we'd been asking for that for a while now. Leader Ironhide also had Mechalive, or it wasn't Mechalive. It was well, yeah, he also had Mechalive, but it was the auto. Oh, what was it called? The weapon gimmick they had for Dark of the Moon. Suddenly, I don't remember. But anyways, that was uh, that held the figure back. All like it was neat to have all the little hidden weapons and everything, but his transformation, quite frankly, there were some bullshit decisions when it came to the transformation of Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhide. I was not happy with it. Like, despite what I said in the review at the time, yes, I enjoyed it, but also at the time I was pointing out, yeah, there's some bullshit happening here. So, and Sentinel Prime, think what you will of the character, or the fact that he looks absolutely nothing like what he did in G1. G1ers go to hell, or something to that effect. I was not. Oh well, I didn't mind Sentinel Prime. One of the biggest problems, one of the biggest complaints you always hear about Revenge Megatron. It's just easier than ROTF or Revenge of the Fallen. One of the big complaints with Revenge of the Fallen Megatron that you hear all over the place. Wow, that's where the thrusters are? God, this is cool. One of the big complaints you have is that one arm is significantly larger than the other. Well, that's also coming from people who don't like Bayformers to begin with. So it's like they're looking for excuses. They're looking, oh, neat, he's got the engines on his back. Cool. Oh, even cooler, the back is asymmetrical. Intentionally. Dude, what? Okay, what is this? His torso is hollow. You can see through his torso. Wow. I didn't realize that. Well, still, he's got more than enough presence on the back and the front. I think I'll let that one slip, but like that caught me completely off guard. Okay. Well, you got to put the arms somewhere, I guess. But anyways, one of the common complaints about Revenge Megatron specifically is that his left arm is really really tiny. That's not true at all. And I've been saying it since 2009, or was it 2010? I think it was 2009 when the movie originally came out, and I got to see John Turturro's dick on digital IMAX in the opening of the first week. Just saying, I was not happy about that. Or as close to his dick as I'm ever gonna get. Just saying. I hope. Is that his left arm is really tiny and his left arm is really big. That's not true. That's not true at all. And I've been saying this since 2009. It is not that his left arm is small. It's not. It's that he's got some extra stuff on his right arm. That's the difference. This blade, oh my god, this blade is awesome. It's made of PVC and it folds away quite nicely. Oh, that folds away very well. Excellent. Excellent. Good. So, yeah, and like I said, it's not just right now that I have the figure in my hands and they're actually doing it here properly. It's that, well, actually, yeah, his left arm was normal proportioned and everything. It's just his right arm was bulkier, and a lot of people they were just looking for stuff to bitch about, and they decided to pick on that. So, being an advocate for Bayformers, that's something that I'm constantly having to correct. I love his legs are basically nothing but tractor treads. All of it is nothing but tractor treads. The mold detail on this is fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm not even talking about the treads I'm not even talking about the treads themselves. I'm talking about the side detail here. Oh my god. Oh, you can actually spread his toes really, really wide. I wonder why they did that. Oh, this is so cool. No, he's not a leader class. I wish he was. I'd like to. You're not supposed to say this, but I'd like to see a third party take this and blow it up to leader scale, blow it up to 12 inches or so. I would buy that. I would buy that in a heartbeat because this doesn't have. It doesn't have that Mech Alive. The Mech Alive in Revenge of the Fallen Leader class Megs was you pull down on this and his ribs kind of balance. Whoa, what happened? The Mech Alive on Leader Class Megs was that his ribs kind of they do this, and then there's some gears on the inside that you totally can't see because they're the same color as the black paint, which is dumb. And he goes, "I am Megatron." I was like, really? That's the best you can do? And then his eyes light up. So just the Mech Alive gimmick on him did not work. It worked really well on Revenge of the Fallen leader Megs. I'm sorry, Optimus. It worked really well on Optimus, but it was so pathetic. It was so pathetic. It's just his ribs just kind of turn side to side. I know it looks like I'm feeling my boobs, but I'm trying to do this. It's like his ribs kind of do this, and that's it. I'm like, what really? Like the reason it worked on Optimus is because his head moves back, and it's like his entire chest is inflating. It's like he's breathing. That was neat. That was great. That's what made that Mech Alive gimmick work. And then he had little gears in his, or a little shaft moving through the bicep. So that was kind of neat too. But this gets rid of that problem. There's not a bunch of colors. They're trying to match the gray, and then there's a little bit of silver here and there, and then there's bronze. Oh, that's neat. So yeah, when I heard this was announced, I was like, oh, I need to have this now. Let's see. How do your fingers behave? Oh, do they? Okay, they're made of PVC. Okay, I felt one move different. One moves in a different fashion. Okay, so it's kind of like he's doing this. That's kind of the only that's kind of the only posability he's got. It's like he has a couple of fingers up here and he has a couple of fingers down here, and they can bend kind of independently of each other. That's what this does. So let's see. So you can kind of, and they're made of very very thin PVC. So you can get some posing done with it. I'm not quite sure how, but you can. So which is fine, whatever. As a result of this, you can get the whole hand to bend down or to bend upwards. It has kind of a what's that one anime? Heaven, Dragon Heaven or Heaven's Dragon? Heaven's Dragon, I think. It was an OVA from the '80s. They had a robo with they had a mecha, a sentient mecha that had or sentient mech. Yeah, it'd be sentient mecha that had fingers like this. So head is on a ball joint. He can look all the way up, which is the first figure out of the four figures I've opened. This is the only of the four figures I've opened today. This is the only one that can actually look upwards. Good job. And can his head? What is it with bots losing their heads and their necks around me today? Oh my god! I actually went under that shelf. I wanted to check to see if it would move forward, not if it would come off. God. Okay, so his head, the top of his neck is a ball joint, and the bottom is a joint. That's so solid. I wonder if it's even worth it. God damn. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not going to, because I'm worried about stress fractures now. By the way, I changed Brawl back into whatchamacallit. I changed Brawl back into robot mode, so I haven't glued his face on yet. So, and no, it can't be pegged on either. It's actual glue. So that reminds me, Megs, is your head glued together? I believe it is. Yes, his head is glued together. All right. Beady little red eyes, and then teeth. He almost has a mustache. Almost. I don't remember him having that big old sword. I don't remember that. And to be fair, I haven't seen Revenge of the Fallen for quite some time. Like I've got the Blu-ray special edition version, but which, by the way, I feel sorry for myself. I spent my money on the Blu-ray edition. But that being said, you've got elbow. So the elbow goes beyond 90 degrees, by the way. It's, see, what's above 90 would be, I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, it goes above. Now he does have a finger. Does it move? Oh, yes, it does. Huh. So is there another one? No. So he's got like a thumb right there, and it's made of the same PVC. So he's got a thumb you can pull out if you so desire. I think this is supposed to be a finger. Is it a finger or a sword? I'm not certain. I think it's supposed to be a hand. Just really really big middle finger is what he does. So. Okay. No ratcheting so far. On the other hand, Voyager class figures usually don't have to worry about ratcheting. So. I can't get over the sculpting of those legs. That's fantastic. I'm a little concerned about these panels. How's he supposed to be able to stand up on that? That doesn't look right. By the way, in the on the box art, his feet are mistransformed. They're supposed to have kind of a Hooven look, kind of a Valkyrie look to it. You know, VF1 Valkyrie look. But for whatever reason, um, I didn't look at the instructions, but for whatever reason, his feet in all the box arts look like this, and that's not right. You're supposed to fold it down like that. He's got these large panels on the back of his thighs, or the back of his, on the back of his knees. So it's not supposed to go down like that. You're supposed to crunch it up like that. But I'm just trying to figure out how you would. I guess. Oops. I guess that's how it bends. So I guess that would count as his knee joint. Because I don't think it's supposed to extend outwards like that, except for the transformation. So, what transformation? This is my favorite version. This is my favorite version of movie Megatrons. And since I haven't seen Age of Extinction or The Last Night, I don't know about what they did with. I mean, did they finally kill him? They killed him like twice in Bayformers, and for some reason they keep bringing him back. So maybe they shouldn't kill him for a change. Oh wait, they totally didn't kill him in Revenge of the Fallen. Oh, that's interesting. The front of his shoulder, the front of his left shoulder doesn't move, but because his shoulder is bisected right down the middle, the back of his shoulder does move. Interesting choice. Ordinarily, I would complain about something like that, but I think in this case I'll leave it alone. And the shoulders are asymmetrical, as they should be, so. Okay, let's start doing stuff. God, there's even detail between his toes. I never thought, like, that never even occurred to me, so, like, whoa. Okay, I just had it. What went wrong? Is there an extra joint on here I'm not aware of? Now, of course, because I never had the original Leader class figure, nor the original Voyager, I have no idea what I'm doing with this guy. It's a good thing they put that there, but that being said, it's annoying they put that right there. Alright, let's try this from a different angle. Let's not worry about his feet for now. Let's worry about his... Huh? It's mounted off-center? What? What the hell? Never seen that before. So his entire back is... Nah. Okay, let's get this up, and... Oh, there's the cannon barrel. Ooh. Nice. Right, now we're gonna have to... That's the second time you've popped off. I might have to risk breaking this in order to get this damn thing to move properly. If the neck actually breaks, I'm going to be pissed. I think it just moves that little bit and that's it. Which is fine, but Christ. He's actually worse off than Brawlin that I've broken him twice now. And you're not supposed to move that far? Oh, that's why he keeps popping off. It's because there's a little tab right there I'm totally not noticing. Speaking of totally not noticing, how do I... Yeah, saw that coming. It's the same kind of hip transformation as the leader figure. Splits apart at the, what's that called? Splits apart at the pelvis. I kind of wish this had been a triple changer, but I can understand why they didn't, so... Now his head is supposed to be visible in tank mode. That is intentional. That is deliberate. I'm just trying to figure out how. Gosh, if only I had the instructions. Alright, fine. I'll open the instructions. Where are they? They're back here. Nope. Where are they? You just fold the arms back and that's it. Yeah, point the arms straight down and then fold them into the torso. Oops. Of course, it doesn't tell you which way to orient them. Okay, now this says you're supposed to be able to tilt his forward, but the 2 times I've done that now, his head has popped off. 3 times I've done that now and it popped off. Well, it's not his head, it's his collar, I guess. But there's a tab there specifically so that you don't flip it that direction. So where does his head go? I can't fold his neck that direction because he'll pop off again. It keeps insisting you're supposed to bend his... Okay, I just popped it off for a 4th time now. How am I supposed to get his head forward when it's popping off every single time? Fine, I'll force it. There, I forced it. His head is forward a little bit. I need some more space on this backpack kibble stuff. I need more space to work with here, and they just don't have it. Oh, I see, okay. You have to have the elbows pointing outwards. What? It slides back that far, really? Okay. I don't think I can slide it back that far. Unless this is supposed to flex in a direction I'm not aware of. I don't think I can... What? Gosh, if only these goddamn instructions weren't in gray and black and purple. And really tiny. For fuck's sake. Okay, that's not going all the way back like that. That's just not happening. I can't do it. That's not possible. By the way, don't get this for kids. Just don't. Huh? What? I'm gonna move his arms again. I'm gonna restore his arms. Something's not right here. Because there's no possible way for me to take this backpack, go out and back and down. There's not enough length of stuff in there. I can't do it. So I need to figure out what the hell they're talking about, because I'm smelling some kind of bullshit happening here. Oh gosh, if only the instructions could give me more useful information. Yeah, that thing's at its limit. I can't. So what they want me to do... Let's see. What they want me to do is when I have the legs in place, or when I have the arms in place, they want me to shift it backwards and set it up like this, but I can't. There's not enough room with the arm in there. Fiddly little piece of shit. Yeah, see, this is why I can't do it. Because if I put that down any lower... Okay, so that's in there. That's where it's supposed to be. So the right arm is secured. Secured. Okay. So I've got it right where it wants to be, right where it needs to be. Okay. Now I need to slide this thing back. But I don't see how that's happening. Because that tab is right there, and there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to be able to get that thing to shift almost an entire 1.5 inches. Now I'm scratching paint. It's impossible. Like it can't be done. That no, that's gonna break it. I can't do it. Let me see if TFWiki has anything on the matter. TFWiki loves to poke fun at things, but they will also sincerely point out if the instructions are wrong, which is actually a reliable thing. Not. Okay, so I've been on mute for the last 3 minutes or so. Okay, so keep in mind I can barely see what I'm. Okay, there we go. That helps a little. There's no room. It shifts backwards, but okay, it's in the vicinity. Forcing it, forcing it. Oh, there was another. There was another ratchet I wasn't aware of. For fuck's sake. I thought I was going to break it when I did that. Oh god, how do you get it apart again? Oh, I was grabbing the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so I need to check that I didn't cause some damage here. Oh, there was an extra ratchet I wasn't aware of. Okay, so that clears things up. Okay, there we go. Now that solves the problem. Okay, because it's like the back is designed to like bend in 3 different places, and I couldn't get this joint. I couldn't get this one opened up properly, or I didn't know it could open up further. There we go. Okay, that solved it. That solved it. Okay, and that goes there. Okay, all right. That solved my problem. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Can't see what I'm doing because it's molded in black. What do they want me to do? Huh? You made me fold those all the way down like that just to... Really? I can't remember what he looks like in his tank mode. And to be fair, nobody can understand what he looks like in his tank mode, so whatever. Oh, wow! I didn't even know that was there. Now, how the hell are you supposed to get that out again? Well, that's the only time I'm going to get him into robot mode. Again, die-cast metal would be great right here. Die-cast metal would be fantastic right there. Okay, I can't even see this. It's highlighted in purple against gray background. I can't see it because the purple modes in with the black lines. What do you want me to do? Fuck. Oh, fuck that noise. No. His heel is pressing up against his shoulder or his collar right here. What? I don't know whether things are being put under stress or not because they're molded in gray. I don't think that's an engineering flaw, just I can't tell the difference. Who the hell thought of putting a heel spur or using as a gap in the sole of your foot between the front and back of your foot, whatever that's called. Whoever thought to put that as the face guard was a frickin' genius. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Oh, it doesn't even snap into place. Grr. Dude, this is gonna pop off. Unless it's supposed to. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's gonna pop off. And if it pops off... Okay, there we go. Better than it was 3 seconds ago, but how the fuck... No, that's gonna pop off first chance it gets. Boy, they really struggled with this series. Well, I can tell you right now, my version is never ever going to be able to, he's never going to be able to roll properly, I'll tell you that. Because that wheel and that wheel are not lined up with each other, and they probably never will be. As soon as I said it. God damn it. There's one peg head holding the whole leg in place. One peg. He's supposed to, because his version of Megatron, he has multiple tractor circuits, I guess, on each side. It's not one long continuous one from front to the back. There's like two or three different versions. So I see what they're trying to do. It's just they went about it in a very peculiar way. Yeah, this will never roll under my roof. So it'll point straight up, but it won't. Okay. There's one tab holding the entire leg, preventing it from swinging around and becoming a leg again. So there's one tiny ass peg that you can't even see when it's finally in place. Okay, so I think this is about 99% done. Now it's time to admire Hasbro's handiwork. The tractor treads, like, I don't know why it is I can't get the focus on this camera to work. Like, I don't know. I've looked multiple times for a focusing. You know, can I focus farther away? Well, I can't find one. So, and then he has. I don't know how well this is going to come across. Let's see. I'll do it this way. You can see his head kind of in there. It's the biggest blur you could possibly imagine. And these tractor treads just look nasty as hell. And this mess at the back is, these are his claws and his let's see, there's the PVC fingers, and then there's the fusion cannon. There's half of his big finger, and then the other big finger runs along the side here like this. This cannon doesn't like going up any higher. It'll snap to this position, but this one over here has no issue whatsoever. But like, if I try to put it in the position they show, just doesn't like it, so I can only tilt it up a little bit, and that's it. And then the main cannon barrel, which is this thing right here, it doesn't turn or extend or anything. It can point downwards because of the transformation, but that's it. I want a third party to get their hands on this and see if they can clean this up a little bit. This is in need of some work. There's all kinds of pits in my fingertips because I've been holding onto these the edge of these tractor treads. Yeah, so it looks like he's got three tractor assemblies. He's got one here. There's a tiny one here. It goes from there to there, and then there's a third one right here. So he actually has three sets of tractor treads on him. Awesome. Yeah, this is never going to roll because are these the thigh panels? Yeah, these are the front of the thigh panels. You can see how they're curved inwards. These thigh panels are sticking down too far, and I'm terrified of them popping off first chance they get. I can't move those any further without them coming off, so it's just the way that's going to work. What time is it? 6:11. I can understand him not being a triple changing Bayformer is not an easy thing to do, and then to have actually try and make it as an actual physical form would not be easy. That's just flipping impossible. So it's understandable why they. Wow, I'm actually losing my voice. It's understandable why they don't have the flight mode involved here. Don't get me wrong, I am so glad they made this. I just wish it was bigger. You know, come on. And by the way, this is Voyager scale. This is not a deluxe. This is Voyager. This is modern day Voyager. What the hell? I'm too tired to put him back into robot mode. Blech. Wow, they pulled it off. I can't believe it. This is so much better than the leader figure that came out in the early 2009. It feels like there's two or three different things happening here that are all under duress, and they're all waiting, ready, willing, and able to pop all of a sudden. So, and of course, what's he supposed to look like? So it doesn't really matter if you think he has kibble or not. It doesn't really matter because like it's just some stuff, and then there's some other stuff. So you can't really complain that there's kibble anywhere. Okay, so there's that. And then here's Nightmare Mode Brawl, who's totally missing his face still. He's got eyes, but he's got no mouth, no nose, no forehead, so that makes things interesting. By the way, as I was changing it back, it occurred to me with a little tweaking. Come on. You can get the turrets to go over his shoulders. Which I don't remember if he did that in the movie, but this figure does do it. So I was like, yay, over the shoulder cannon, sweet. Yep, there's him. And I don't know if I'm going to do super glue. That might be... Like, it's not meant to pop off. It just did. So... And then here's Optimal Optimus. Optimal Optimus Primal, I guess. I think this is probably how I'll do it with the backpack folded down. I kind of wish that the Primal form, I wish he was a little more covered up. It's a little obvious it's just a robot sticking on the back, so... As opposed to the original, the true truck, where he just has some legs sticking out his back, and a bunch of kibble everywhere else. So, okay, that was all from one box from ToySource.com, and I've got another box coming in tomorrow, and then oddly the one I was expecting today hasn't come in, so maybe it got delayed or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of CAD engineering happening here. I mean, it's all CAD engineering, whatever, but you could tell the tolerances are so close and everything's just fits so tightly that if even the slightest thing goes wrong, ooh, you're in trouble. Especially panel-centric Optimus here. The way these panels wrap around him and the tolerances of how to get... I mean, I can't even remember at this point if the space is supposed to be there, but I didn't know if was it any tighter a space when I got it initially. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So kind of wish it'd come with his mace, but whatever, I can live with that. Looks like G1 Optimus to me, except for the backpack. Whatever. Well, he's got some rocket pack stuff happening back there. Okay. But it turns into a Ryan Pax. That's so damn clever. I love that. Okay. I'm going to start editing. This is going to take 2 or 3 days to put this whole thing together. Okay. And very squeaky chair. Oh, do not get the Studio Series for kids. Just don't. Because they're not going to have the time or the patience. They're not going to have the dexterity. They're not going to have the experience of dealing with smaller parts and knowing how far you can go and not break something, or going how far can you go and not have the thing pop off intentionally. So don't get Studio Series for kids. Just fucking don't. I know I'm 1 year late in saying that, but this is Ava Unifor saying, yeah, don't give that to kids. Just don't. I don't know why they didn't market. They probably put them in the toy stores and whatnot to get collectors to be aware of it. But if you're getting, well, what is the age range on these? It's got to be an age range. Ages 8 and up. That's standard affair, I think. Well, standard age is 6, isn't it? Transformers starts at 4 to 6 or something like that, doesn't it? I don't remember. It's been long enough. I don't remember anymore how early or how young Transformers shoots for. Oh well. I'm done. I'm starting to lose my voice. I can't believe I'm starting to lose my voice, but I am starting to lose my voice. And I hope I've been unmuted this whole time. This is good. And so with that, this is Ava Unit 4A saying thank you for tuning in.